Unbelievable, Waylon. This is my first Christmas ever with you where you have not given me any kind of a good surprise. If that's how things are going to be with you from now on, then I can't stay married to you anymore.
Aurora? What's going on here? You're talking about wanting a surprise for Christmas? Well, I'm still at work right now, so...
I don't want to hear any of your excuses for it. Did you really think that something like this would make me happy? Or did you think that since this is Christmas, you not giving me anything at all as a surprise would be forgiven by me? Absolutely not, Waylon. This right here shows me that you have scammed me in this marriage.
How does that mean I scammed you? I'm sorry, but I haven't even had a chance to do anything for you yet, so how could you already be saying I've scammed you?
Don't even try to act dumb with me. I have all the evidence I need now, so there's no escaping this.
Evidence of what? How could you even have evidence?
You're the one that thought that surprising me by saying you were coming out would be a good thing, and set it all up with all sorts of evidence just laying around. So why are you asking me about it now?
I have literally no idea what you're going on about right now, Aurora. What do you mean I surprised you by coming out, huh?
Did you really think something as bad as that wasn't going to make me upset? All I wanted was a surprise from you with a gift I'd always been wanting, but this?
And I'm saying that I haven't even been home to do anything yet.
Until you come to me and apologize for what you've done today, I'm going back to my parents' house.
Huh?
And until you're here at my feet begging for my forgiveness, I won't be responding to you. Bye-bye. Matt, I have wonderful news for you.
You again, Aurora? What do you have to tell me? I thought you were going to be spending the holidays over at your house with your husband, right?
Yes, and that was what I was supposed to be doing. But he came out of the closet with something crazy.
What? What all happened there?
I have something I need to show you right now, so I'm going to make my way over to your place, all right?
What? You want to come over here right now?
Your wife left the house 2 days ago and will be gone for some time, right? Even though it's Christmas and the time of year when she should be at home with you.
That's true. She told me her mother had a bad fall and ended up breaking her pelvis. So, for the next 1 to 2 months, she's going back to be with them in order to take care of her mother. Well, that's the excuse she gave to me anyway, but I know that she's really heading out to see another man and stay with him for a while in a hotel.
Well, that's lucky for you and I then. Now we have plenty of time to show just how much we love one another, and we can do it with freedom inside your place.
Absolutely right.
So, would it be all right if I came over to your house right now?
Of course, get your cute little behind over here.
I'm going to be bringing over some dinner for us to have, and then after that, you need to show me who's boss.
I hope it's gonna be pizza, because eating one of those will give me enough energy to last all night. Hey, Aurora? You told me yesterday that you'd be going home to your parents' house, but I just got off the phone with your mom and she told me you didn't go home at all last night, and she hasn't seen you at all. I'm not sure where you spent the night last night, but if you were going to go somewhere else, then you need to tell me that first. I'm going to be completely honest right now by saying I'm worried about what you're doing, because none of what you've been doing and saying is making any sense. Aurora, have you made it over to your parents' house yet?
Yes, I have, Matt. And I was just about to start texting you when your message appeared on my phone. I was so happy to finally spend the end of the year with the man of my dreams, yet my husband had to get in the way of it all by asking my mom where I was. Now my mom has been asking me where I've been, and so I had no choice but to come here. I'm sorry about this, Matt. I'll just be here for a couple of days and then come up with some kind of an excuse that will allow me to come back to your place.
I see. It's gonna be lonely here, but I'll be waiting. I have to say, I'm really surprised. Who knew that your husband would end up being infertile and unable to make you pregnant with any babies?
I was shocked to hear about that as well. And the crazy thing is, he married me always saying that he wanted to have kids as soon as possible. Yet in reality, he can't even get me pregnant. Who knew there would have been something wrong with his balls?
Damn, that sounds to me like he tricked you into marrying him. I get that there are people who are unable to make babies, but the fact that he never told you anything about it until after you guys got married is a complete scam.
Right? That's what I was saying to him. How dare he come out of the closet around Christmas with the surprise of telling me he's infertile? Well, anyway, I've noticed something really awesome about all of this.
What? What have you realized?
My husband hid the fact that he's infertile from me so that I'd become his wife, right? That right there is more than enough reason for me to get a divorce from him, whether he wants one or not.
All right, okay.
And if I'm already able to get a divorce without needing his approval, do you know what else I could do?
What?
I could get a settlement as well.
Oh.
And if by some chance he was able to find out about my relationship with you, I'll tell him it was my way of getting back at him for scamming me into marrying him. I won't be able to get a settlement from him, but I'll at least be able to still get the divorce and say goodbye to him forever, right?
Understood. And now that I'm thinking about it, I know that my wife has been cheating on me as well. I think that would mean I could do the same thing as you and say that I started having a relationship with you as a way of leveling the playing field, and I could also get a divorce. And no matter what happens, we both know that we have the law on our side, right?
We sure do. I want time to fly by so that I can get back over to your place right now.
I want to see you again as soon as possible, too. Aurora, for a little bit now I've been talking with both of your parents about you. They told me that you came back home for a little bit, but after a few days of spending time with them, you left their house again. And they told me that you told them you're at your friend's house right now. And that friend of yours, they're a man, right? Actually, the place that you've been leaving and entering a lot recently is close by to my friend's house as well, and they just so happen to know what you look like. So they were able to tell that you were up to no good and started to take lots of pictures and videos of you going in and out of that house. Sometimes alone and sometimes with that man. My friend has also told me the man is married. Is that right? My friend told me the wife had to leave for a while to go back to her parents to help her mother for a while, and you used that chance to go stay at that man's place and cheat on me with him. So that's what's been going on recently, right? I can see that you're reading these messages yet aren't answering any of them. I'm going to assume that means I hit the nail on the head this time. If you don't respond to me in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to take your cheating into my own hands and deal with you. So are you going to step up and confess or wait things out and see what happens?
Matt, you're on your way home from work right now, correct?
Yeah, just at a stoplight waiting right now.
It seems that my husband found out about us.
Wait, are you serious? That was a lot quicker than I thought. I was hoping for at least a couple more months.
Sounds like in this neighborhood, my husband has a friend and they were able to see me. And, well, they were able to get footage of me going into and coming out of your place.
Damn, so that's how things are gonna go. Too bad. You and I both have an easy way of getting out of this mess, right?
You're dang right. I'm not worried that my husband found out about this one bit.
So, what are we gonna do first?
Let me see. My husband has given me 2 weeks to reply to him before he acts, so how about you and I just keep doing what we're doing and enjoy living with one another in your place right up to the 2-week mark?
Sounds good to me. Ah, the lights turned green. Gotta start driving. I'll be home in a few.
See you soon.
Aurora? It's been 2 weeks now, and yet you haven't responded to me with anything, have you? It's been a whole month now since you left the house, all upset with me over something I still don't quite understand yet, and I'm tired of being ignored by you. Well, it's not like it really matters anymore if you're willing to confess to me or not about cheating, because for the past 2 weeks I've continued to rely on my friend to get evidence for me. The only thing I can really do now is act.
What do you want? It's not like you're any better than me after what you did. So stop talking to me like you're some perfect partner.
Aurora, so you still seem to want to pick a fight right now.
Well, with the way you're talking to me, I have no choice but to feel attacked. You went and married me with all kinds of secrets that I finally found out about and am pissed by.
Are you going on about that surprise you said happened over Christmas? When I got home that night from work, I noticed you opened up an envelope that came from Hospital S. Was what you found in there the surprise that you were talking about?
Of course that's what I'm talking about.
So you saw the paperwork stating that there was a case of infertility.
So you're finally going to open up to me about it now, huh? Who knew that you were hiding such a dark and twisted secret from me? You told me all about how you wanted to have kids, and that's why I chose to marry you.
Well, that paperwork was all for my older brother.
Huh?
I don't want to sound like a prick asking this, but have you ever read medical documents before? At the top, there's a few boxes stating the name of the patient and when they went in to have a procedure or examination done.
What?
I mean, I guess with him being named Wayne, you may have mistook that for Waylon and thought the papers were for me.
What?
So did you read the name on those papers or not?
I guess that could have been your brother's name on there. What the hell is going on here? Why would that kind of paperwork be coming to our house and not his?
Remember how I told you that after 3 years of trying with his wife, they were never able to make any babies? Well, we all concluded that there was something wrong with either him or his wife, and so they both had testing done on them. But my brother and his wife are both living at my parents' house, right? He was worried that if the hospital sent paperwork like that back to their house, they would come across it and freak out over the news. So after talking about what to do with his wife, they decided to have the paperwork sent to our house and that they would come and pick it up later. I guess I forgot to tell you that was going to happen.
What? What the actual hell? Then that means you're...
As far as I'm aware, there's been nothing wrong with me ever since I married you.
What?
And if I remember correctly, it was always you badgering me about how you wanted to have kids right away, and I just agreed that we could try after we got settled in. I did, however, go and get myself tested, though, before our wedding, just in case there was a chance I was infertile, because I didn't want to hurt you.
Are you kidding me?
I have the paperwork saying that I'm fertile. Actually, I have a higher than average sperm count, which should mean I'm more effective. Did I never tell you anything about that? Don't tell me, Aurora. Did you seriously think that I was infertile and that I hid that fact from you in order to get you to marry me? That must be why this whole time you've been talking to me with such a terrible attitude and have acted like I'm the one to blame for everything now. And let me guess, you thought that you cheating on me would go unpunished because you felt that it would be leveling the playing field between the both of us because you thought I swindled you?
About that, Waylon.
Bullseye. Well, due to what you had done back then, I was never able to give you the surprise I had in mind for you for Christmas. However, I've changed my mind now, and the real surprise that I have for you now is divorce paperwork.
Hold on a second, Waylon.
Later on, I'll be going to see my lawyer, so please do a very good job at filling all your parts out. I would hate to have to do everything all over again and see you once more. And by the way, you're going to have to pay me a settlement now, so don't try avoiding that. Now I'm getting out of here. Goodbye forever, you bitch.
What? Hold on. What do you mean forever? Are you serious right now? No way. Matt, what am I going to do now? I made a major mistake.
What?
That paperwork that came in the mail from the hospital, it wasn't for my husband. It was for my husband's older brother, and he's the one who's infertile.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
Due to the fact that my husband's older brother lives with his parents, he wanted to have the paperwork sent to our house in order to hide the results from said parents. I didn't know about that and proceeded to take the envelope and open it up. I didn't take a really good look at the name up at the top and just assumed it was my husband who was infertile.
Huh?
And my husband told me he's not infertile. Actually, he has an above-average sperm count.
What did you just say? So in other words, what you're saying is that we're actually completely screwed here. And now that your husband knows you've been cheating on him, he'll be able to get settlements from the both of us?
He already knows everything.
What the actual hell were you thinking, you dumbass?
But listen, even if my husband is going to ask for some money from us, it's not like your wife can do anything since you know she's been cheating on you, right? I think as long as we play things safe, we'll only have to give up half our money.
About that actually,
What? Matt, what?
My wife leaving the house to go back to her parents' house? She wasn't lying to me about that after all.
Huh?
I believed my close friend who told me that she was cheating on me. That's why I made my move with you. But after talking with my friend a few weeks later, he told me he mistook my wife being with another man, and that the man was just her father.
What?
She was just out with her father at the time, helping him go shopping for food and some other things.
Huh? What the hell is wrong with you, man? What the hell were you doing believing such a stupid mistake? Matt, we are so frickin' screwed now that it's not even funny.
Why are you yelling at me? You're the one that messed up thinking that your husband was infertile because you couldn't read a simple name. Now we're both going to have to pay him as well. At least my wife hasn't found out about us yet, so as long as things stay that way, we won't have to pay her. But you let your husband find out about this.
But what if your wife does find out? You at least have a job and can pay off 2 settlements, but I've been a housewife all this time. How am I supposed to pay for everything?
And you think my job can support me having to give up tens of thousands of dollars?
At least you have a job, unlike me.
Well, I don't have the money to pay for you, so stay away from me. You figure out how to pay off your settlements from them yourself. I'm not here to be your bank.
What? What the frick? You're a jackass, Matt.
You're the one that screwed the both of us here.
Ugh, what the hell are we going to do here? Seriously.
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate all of this.
Shut the hell up! A few days later, with the help of my lawyer, I was able to get settlements from the both of them. And of course, I made sure to get in touch with that guy Matt's wife, and the both of us went to them asking for settlements at the same time in order to crush them. When I first told her about what had been happening, she had no clue her husband had been cheating on her and was in complete shock and denial at first. But after showing her all the evidence that I had, there was no denying that it was her house Aurora was going into, and that was her husband with my wife. When she had finally calmed down, I allowed her to talk with my lawyer and use the evidence I had for her divorce. Some may say it was wrong of me to have waited a whole month without ever talking to my wife about any of what happened, but at the same time, it wasn't me who was ignoring the other. But thanks to that, the amount of evidence that I had really helped me win this case. And after I got all my money from both Aurora and Matt, I was able to finish the divorce. There's no need saying this, but those two ended up getting in a lot of debt in order to pay everything off. And I'm sure that's gonna hurt Aurora a whole lot more than Matt. Those two also lost a lot of their friends and family after word spread around about what had happened. And with nobody to rely on for support, they both moved into a very run-down apartment to start their new life together. Said life is filled with things like fighting and ignoring one another, but if that was really the life those two wanted to have after cheating on their significant others, then by all means I hope they're happy arguing all the time. And we should leave them to it. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.